Good morning, Muscatine. It is Monday, June 6th, and summer's here. It's, it's here because baseball started, softball starts tonight. So make sure that you catch that if you can. And it wouldn't be the start of summer if Dan wasn't here to talk about summer music camp, finishing up the Jackson concert series for this year, and starting next year. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
This is getting to be like an annual thing. So with me this morning is Dan Laaveg from Wesley United Methodist, who's obviously, as you all know, a regular guest, because the Jackson concert series is like an all-the-time awesome thing going on. Mm-hmm. So first of all, how have you been? I haven't seen you for, a month?
Yeah, right. Doing well.
So what do we have coming up?
Yeah, so first we have this Thursday a hymn festival led by Dr. David Sherwin from the Twin Cities. There's about 30 choir members that will be singing some anthems. There's lots of audience singing. And also with the hymn festival, there's a theme. So this year it's To Everything There Is a Season. So David's late wife, Susan Payload Sherwin, was a really gifted writer, and she wrote some poetry. And all of these are about To Everything There's a Season, for love, for healing, for dance, for remembrance. So there's a reflection and then a song or hymn that goes along with that.
You know, the one thing that, whether you grew up in a church or not, one thing that I think can touch just about everybody are hymns, right? Like they have almost often a meditative quality to them, very much a reflection opportunity, and they're usually, I don't want to say raw, but like in these cases, they can speak very much to certain topics, mm-hmm. and regardless of where you're at on a religious path or not or whatever, they will still provide a time to be insightful about your life, which mm-hmm. is I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased, I'll admit, but
also David Sherwin will be the organist, and I know I've worked with him about 5 years ago. I was visiting him for about a week and a half, getting some kind of training from him. And what he does with hymns is he finds like a word or a phrase within the hymn that's going to basically show him how he's going to play the whole hymn. So if it's something about God is peace or joy, that will inform how he plays. And also he's really known for his improvisations. So it's going to be
improvisations
really
in hymns. That's an interesting concept.
It's not something that you hear terribly often.
No.
Yeah.
That could make for an interesting evening, because it starts at 6.
7:30.
7:30.
Yep.
I think
this
it's
Thursday.
7:30. Yep. And so it's free.
Yes.
Like always.
Yep.
Right. Get there 15, 20 minutes early. Get a good seat in Wesley. I'm going to tell you this: we do the symphony there as well. There are really no bad seats. Mm-hmm. And just enjoy an evening of, what's the word? Calm, and
maybe
also
not even sublime.
Calm.
It's going to be all types of emotions.
Yeah, no, it'll be all type. Yeah, so calm wasn't the word I was looking for. I'm just going to go. I'm speechless, which, as you guys all know, doesn't happen very often. But it's. I can imagine it would be, like you said, a little bit of a roller coaster mm-hmm. through the seasons, but yet there'll be an overarching, I don't want to say peace, because that's a little soft, just comfort. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it'll be the range of emotions that you're used to going through, and just it'll be a safe, comfortable, cool thing to go. Because like obviously joy, like I don't know what he would be playing for that, but you know what I mean. You're going to have some fun stuff too. Mm-hmm. So so after that, what comes up next?
Then in July 15th through the 19th, we have summer music camp. So the older students. So first of all, it's for kindergarten through sixth graders. Yep. So students who have finished kindergarten through sixth graders.
Gotcha.
Those who have finished third through sixth graders basically learn a musical within 1 week. This year we're doing Noah and the Flood. It's called A Technicolor Promise, and so a lot of those kids are already starting to work on the music. They get the musical booklet and a CD, yep. so that once we get to musical week, we can hit the ground running. And the younger kids learn a program of songs So they all perform on July 19th at 7 p.m. that Friday night, and just have a great time. Obviously, there's games, there's treats, and a variety of things that they do at camp.
And one thing that always, you always talk about how much the kids enjoy it, and how it's the summer can be a long slog for kids, right? And that sounds crazy because we always remember it, or at least I do, is like it was never ending fun all summer long. And in reality, that's not at all what it was. It's totally selective memory. But, this is a great thing for the kids for a week, and you don't have to be a member of Wesley, correct?
Right. It's open to
anyone.
Anybody. It's free.
Yep.
We do have only one opening for the youngest kids. We're already at 21 kids
Holy cow.
for kindergarten through second graders. So sign up now if you've got a kindergarten through second grader.
And that's at wesleyonline.org, right?
Yes, go to the wesleyonline.org, and then at the top left should have summer camps, and hover over that and you should see summer music camp.
Gotcha.
And click on that for the registration form.
Cool. And the link is in the description of the video for everybody. So unless you're watching on MPW cable, then just type in Wesley. Yeah, actually, well, that's for the Hymfest. So then it's coming up to summer, so that means it's got to be Josh Duffee time, right?
Yes. So at the end of July, it's July 29th at 7:30 p.m. Josh and his 14-piece big band will be performing their annual concert. It's called Drummer's Delight. So, if you've ever seen Josh do one of his drum riffs, it's just like something to behold. So it's really going to focus on him quite a bit. It's the music of Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, and Louis Bellson.
So for those that don't know music, let's say at all, what kind of music are those three?
So these are, it's kind of like the big band era. It's anywhere probably 1920s through maybe even 1950s, 1960s.
So is that like Gershwin time too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that big like New York kind of vibe, over the top, rich sound, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm getting there, right? Somewhat. Okay. So that takes us through the end of July.
Yep.
And I'm going to guess, knowing you guys, you've already got next year's.
Yeah, there's a few things in the spring that aren't quite ironed out, but we're really close on next season. Actually, shortly after that Josh Duffee concert on July 29th, we are having Shades of Blue Jazz Ensemble. They're from the U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America, and that's August 7th. That'll be a 7 p.m. concert. So it's about a 6-member jazz ensemble. We kind of have 3 jazz concerts in a row with Josh Duffee, and then Shades of Blue, and then coming up in September, we've got a local group called a big, I'll have to remember, but it's big,
Gotcha.
Big thing. So cool. September 7th, that will be another jazz ensemble that's playing.
And then if you're talking September, right after that, a little plug, that's when you're going to roll right into orchestra season as well. So I know they're finalizing some of those concerts. All the dates are set, but I know Brian's working on that. So, from a music standpoint, you got something, not to mention Almost Friday Fest and all the other stuff, but, in that more classical genre, you've got quite a bit. Basically every month, you have something going on in Muscatine that hits that lane. So, we've got the Hymfest on Thursday night.
Yes, this Thursday night.
Chris, could you pull that up real quick? Hymfest will be a wide range of hymns. You'll get to participate. You can kick back and enjoy. I'm going to tell you this. Whenever there's hymn singing going on, I may be the one mouthing everything because I'll be honest, I'm that bad. I often say I can't even clap in rhythm, so the last thing you want me to do is trying to hit anything. When they talk about like starting off a song in a certain key, I'm just, what are you talking about? Like you can change your voice to different, that doesn't sound right. So that'll be awesome this Thursday night.
Yep.
If you've got kids, realistically, probably in that 3 through 6th grade range, since the younger ones pretty well full, unless you're literally like hopping on and signing up now. Summer music camp which will be the beginning of July.
July 15th through the 19th.
Or middle of July, yeah. Because then right after that, Josh Duffee.
Yeah, July 29th.
And then from there, we roll into the Blues on.
Yeah, the Shades of Blue.
Shades of Blue.
Ensemble,
Yep.
August 7th.
And so that's actually the Air Force?
Yeah, U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America. So they're just kind of like this part of the nation. And so it's a free concert. I mean,
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll start rolling into next year with a local jazz band and
Yep.
all that fun stuff, which he'll be back well before that,
Yes.
folks. So don't think that you have to like hope that you got it all right this time. We'll make sure that we get that all out, and it'll be on discovermuscatine.com. And
Do want to say 2 weeks from today, so June 17th through the 20th, Wesley is doing their own vacation Bible school.
Oh.
I mean, open to the community.
Yeah.
So that's called Campfire Light. It's from 7:45 a.m. to noon.
Gotcha.
So June 17th through the 20th. Also go to the Wesley
Yep.
website, wesleyonline.org,
Yep.
and you can find the registration information there.
Yep. And their website's super easy, folks. Literally, just get there. You'll find all the stuff. It's super, super easy. So you got that. I don't know what else you do. There must not be much else because you are always busy.
Yes.
Although you are preaching this Sunday, correct? I think
Yes,
you said.
that's
yeah.
true.
So if you want to see Dan in the pulpit rare form, it's this Sunday at Wesley, right?
Yep. 9:30.
9:30. Yep. So anything else? I think we
that's
got
all.
it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I love it. You guys, Dan is like one of the world's greatest guests because like 3 or 4 days before any show, he sends us, can I borrow this?
Yeah.
He sends us this magical list of like literally everything we need to talk about. And I appreciate that. Just want you to know. It's always fun and there's always cool stuff going on at Wesley. So thank you, of course, for coming in and everything that you do for the community.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Whoa, Muscatine, go enjoy the rest of your day and remember to attack it with an enthusiasm unknown.